What the hell is going on, y'all? What the hell is going on? It's Tracy Talks coming back through with what? Another live stream. hmm Why do you live stream so much? Because I have to. Like, don't ask stupid ass questions. Anywho, so what the hell is going on, y'all? Y'all know I don't get to come on here nearly as much as what I used to, but I'm here right now. Yeah. Anywho, so it's Sunday. It's the first of the month. Like, I should have actually been out right now. But as you can see, I'm in the house. All right, so I'm going to take full advantage of being able to be in the house and having my space to myself where I could actually record. So let's have an open powwow, open chat, y'all. Since I don't really get to come on here like I normally would, you know. Hold on, let me do my pen. Why is it not letting me do it? It's not letting me do it. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me reboot my phone. In the meantime, anywho, I just had to go out, to run a couple errands today, and then I came back. Hey, what's up, Super Rainbow Queen? What's up? What's up? Hello, my beautiful queen. How was your day? Hey, what's up, Dwight? So, my day was okay. Like I said, I literally just went out to go run a couple of errands, and I did my little couple of errands, and then I came back. Um, there's some stuff going on, y'all. There's some stuff going on, and my folks don't want me to talk about it. But y'all know that's what I do, right? Under normal circumstances, that's what I do. You okay? I know your face expression. Yeah, no. And it's funny, it's funny that you say that because the ones that know. And it's funny, y'all, because like I don't have nobody to talk to. Like, I don't have nobody to talk to what I'm going through. And ironically enough, like, Tootie had texted me yesterday. She's been messaging me, and it's like, I'm not, when I'm in my feelings, I'm in my feelings. And it's like, I just can't entertain stuff when I'm going through my own stuff. And she had sent me a message, and I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and call her. Um, it's not that I'm busy. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can do my pen. It's not that I'm busy. Like, the dynamic of what my regular day to day that I'm living through right now has changed, obviously. It's changed. And it's not a bad thing. That's why they say, you have to be careful what it is that you ask for because you just might get it. I know what it is that I wanted, and I know what it was that I was seeking and what I opened myself up for. But I literally had a full blown conversation with Tootie. And obviously, there has to be a reason why. Because y'all know I haven't been talking to her. So, y'all know the stuff that I have dealt with in my past. And it doesn't make it easy for me, to trust people, to move forward and have people around. Because the moment that I have people around, especially if it's in a manner, that I'm trying to help people, even when I'm not really even in a position that I can help myself, I always get bit in the butt somehow, some shape, oh God, just somehow. And I didn't come on here to be emotional, y'all. I didn't. Like, I was looking forward to actually being able to record tonight. But I'm sorry, it's like when I'm going through stuff, I'm going through stuff. Like, I'm a Virgo, y'all know that. I wear my emotion on my sleeve, and I'm not used to a certain degree, I'm used to holding and bottling stuff in. But I've been bottling up a lot of stuff. And it's like there was some divine timing that has been in play. Cause like literally it was like about a week ago or so. I literally was woken up out of my sleep. The fan's on. It's cold in here, but it wasn't. It was hot. And it woke me up out of my sleep. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was hot in here. So I'm like, yo, do you feel the heat? No, I don't feel it. I said, okay, I'm going to go downstairs and make sure that the oven's not on. There was a character in the house that's normally not in the house. I heard a thump. I'm a very sound sleeper, y'all. It woke me up out of my sleep. I literally popped up and do one of these numbers. I'm like, what the hell was that? But I didn't hear nothing else and went back to sleep. And then that's when I was awakened by the heat. Heat. Okay. The heat has not been on that I know of since I've been in this house, and I've been in here for at least 2 months. The heat is what awakened me out of my sleep. So I'm like, okay, look, I'm going to go downstairs and check out what the fuck is going on. So as soon as I get to the top of the steps, the front door is wide open. Wide the fuck open. I'm like, why is the door wide open? So I ran down the steps. I shut the door. I immediately locked the door. I go into the kitchen to make sure the oven is not on. The oven was not on, but I can smell the heat and I could feel the heat coming from the radiator in the kitchen. Now, it had to been at least about a good hour, tops, I would say about a good hour from the time that I woke up to the time that I came back upstairs to report what had happened, and to kind of try to process everything in my mind, right? That was some divine timing, y'all. So it was meant for me, obviously, because he wasn't paying attention. It was meant for me to wake up to go see that this door was wide open. So when I checked my phone, the neighbor, he had my number. He's always had my number. He's never texted my phone and bothered me or anything like that in that nature. But he had called my phone like 3 times and he had sent me a text message. And I was like, yo, so like maybe something's going on because he's never called or texted my phone in the middle of the night. So I just responded. I was like, yo, are you good? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? He was like, your front door has been open for like 2 hours. And I was trying to get y'all attention, to let you know that you need to close the door. I'm like, yeah, I saw the door open and I went ahead and I closed and I locked the door. So then, of course, the character that was here in the house ended up right on his doorstep. And he was like, yo, you got to go. Like, you can't chill out right here in front of my house. And like I said, that literally, I think that was like last week. That was some divine timing in play, y'all. It was some divine timing in play. They don't want me talking about it because they think it's hocus pocus. They think it's hocus pocus, right? Not hocus pocus. It's divine timing. That is some divine timing in play, okay? Oh, that scares me. Something needs to scare you. Somebody need to scare you. Somebody need to put the fear of God in something, in somebody. Mm-hmm. You heard what I said. Okay, that was the first thing. So I'm out all day. Like, well, I wasn't out all day. I went out like about 3 o'clock. I'm tending to my two little errands I had to run. Nothing major, no big deal, whatever. I go into the grocery store. Now, Carissa had texted me to check up on me because I haven't been recording. Like, don't nobody really know what's going on. And my apologies, Super Rainbow Queen, because I know I still didn't get around to responding to your message and all that stuff. It's not intentional. It's not. But y'all know I got a lot. I got a lot wearing on my spirit right now. And I haven't been talking about it. And I don't have nobody to talk to. I reached out to a family member the other day. You know, I know people are going through their own little stuff. You know, my back in the day, my daddy would hang up the phone on me when he didn't want to hear about what I was going through. Okay, fine, whatever. No problem. So that happened. And then literally when I went into the grocery store today, I hadn't checked no numbers. You know, Carissa had texted me. So it should have been clicking up here if I could focus and if I was on my P's and Q's. It should have automatically clicked. Because it wasn't even 2 days ago that she had texted me. So I go up to the lottery machine. I had $4. I got $4 right there in my wallet, y'all. I got $4. Here's my little $4. I was gonna put the $4 in the machine and play me some numbers for the night. The numbers pop up. It says 0826. And my face was like, what the fuck? And I immediately look over to the right and it says 0823. 0826 is Carissa's birthday straight. 0823 is Traci's birthday straight. I was like, like my heart sunk. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just told Tootie my birthday had already come out in the pick 3, pick 4 boxed. And I didn't catch those. My aunt's birthday had came out twice boxed within the last month. I didn't catch those. I haven't really had a lot of extra money lately to play my lottery. Y'all know that. I just told her cut off on Sunday in Maryland is at 8 o'clock. So I was talking to her like I could have got like if I would have seen Carissa's birthday come out straight in the morning, I definitely would have played my birthday because as you can see, it's just one number off. August 26th is her birthday. August 23rd is my birthday. And that just happened today. Today. I cannot tell y'all the last time my birthday came out straight. That too, I feel like some divine timing because there's a lot of shit going on. And y'all know every time when I need to take care of something, it always has some money involved or I need some money involved. What do you think it was? A spiritual signal or a warning of something bigger? Honestly, Dwight, I'm in my feelings right now. I'm in my feelings, so I'm trying not to be emotional, but you know, like I said, y'all, I'm going through some stuff. I'm going through some stuff. I feel like I'm losing a sense of myself. That's what it feels like. And I'm sitting here having this whole conversation with Tootie of all people. The other day, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say one thing. The other day, you know, I'm having a conversation. You know, my folks don't like what I have to say because y'all know Tracy got a mouth. Traci is full of personality. Traci is through of trauma and, not so much warm and fuzzy stuff that has happened in my life, the trials and tribulations, like the many things and more things that have continued to happen, and not having the right people around me and stuff like that. It wears on you, y'all. And I feel like every time it kind of chips a piece and just a little piece and a little piece. And thank the Lord that I am a strong-willed person. I have that true warrior woman spirit in me. Like, it's my mother. Like, that's where it came from. I had a small knit family that was like this and held me down and kept me as my rock and all that stuff, but they're not here no more. And that shit that happened with Tootie was very hurtful. She was the closest thing that I had to family. Okay, so at least I can say we can have a cordial conversation. Because 2 months ago when I left, it was like, fuck Tootie, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything, fuck the world. Like, fuck this, I'm out. Okay, so obviously I must have learned some stuff in these last couple of months. And I've gotten to a point, okay, because like I said, I said this time I wasn't going to block her. I stuck to what I said. I said I wasn't going to block her. I didn't block her. Hey, what's up, Beyblade? Burst review. Hello. So, so to answer your question, Sheldon, because you said, what do you think? Was it a spiritual signal or a warning of something bigger? Okay, so I would say I feel like it was definitely a spiritual signal, because the heat is what woke me up. Had the heat not been on, I still would have been sound asleep. So I definitely feel it was a spiritual signal. Now, as far as a warning, yes, I most definitely feel like it was a warning, because the heat is what woke me up to go downstairs to shut the door. And y'all know I am a regulator, and there's certain elements to me and my personality. I know a lot of people are not going to get me. I know that. Over time, it's been a thing that I didn't understand at one point, but I kind of sort of get it now. I'm a very intense person. Matter of fact, I was sitting there. I was sitting there watching the movie about Steve Jobs, right? And I say it all the time. Like, when I'm talking to my folks and stuff like that, I say it all the time. I was like, do you think like somebody like Steve Jobs gave a fuck about what people had to say about him, what they thought about him? He was an asshole. I didn't know nothing about this man, but he was a genius. And every single person that has that little touch of genius to them is something about them. Either they in the spectrum, or they crazy, they got that cuckoo, they're a little off, they're a little weirdo. They got something to them, right? I'm at a point. I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what people say, what they think. Either you're gonna get me or you're not. What you see is what you get. I feel like I'm a good person. I try to put the positive vibes, the positive energy, the warm and fuzzy, the bowl of cherries, the whipped cream and cherries on top. That's what I try to do. But I'm always bombarded with all this crazy that constantly surrounds me. Why? It has to be for a reason. I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't figured it out yet. That most certainly was a spiritual something, and a warning too, because it made me get up to go see that my door, the neighbor across the street saw the door open. And I'm sorry, y'all, my wings are flapping because I don't have my wings covered. So anybody that got a problem with that and my fat, I'm sorry, but the shit is what it is. Anywho, the neighbor right across the street saw the door open, and the door was open for at least 2 hours. They called the neighbor on the corner. Then the neighbor was calling my phone. So obviously, whoever was on the street saw what the fuck happened. Okay, to the point where the man was ringing up my phone trying to figure out what the hell was going on up and through here, because they haven't really been talking too much. Okay, that's cool. Your neighbors, most neighbors these days don't, people stick to themselves and all that stuff. That was cool. But I feel like it definitely was a warning. It made me get up to go close the door. So that's a safety issue for me. That's a safety issue for me. That, daddy is supposed to take care of the three P's: provide, protect, and profess, right? Me and Tootie were just talking about that. That obviously is a safety concern. If I'm awakened in the middle of the night from heat that was turned on in my house for like an hour and then it went off, you could go, I could put my hand on this radiator right now. There's no heat coming out. There hasn't been no heat coming out of these things since I've been here. But that one night, it was meant for me to get up to go check this door and see what the fuck was going on in the house. Spiritual sign, and definitely some type of spiritual warning. Is dependency with people is holding you back, or do you have to change your routine of life? Okay, Sheldon. That's a good question. I would say it's a bit of both, because right now my regular day-to-day routine is not my regular routine. But when you try something, you don't know if something's going to work out, or whatever, unless you try it. So my current regular routine is not a part of what my regular routine normally looks like. And that definitely needs to change. Okay. I don't get to record every day. Like, I've had my YouTube up for almost about 2 years now. So it's like, I went from recording videos to coming on live every single day, every single day. Like, the people that have been around long enough know I record every day. I don't care if I don't really have nothing to talk about. If I don't have nothing to report or nothing, if I don't really have nothing going on, whatever, I was trying to be consistent, and I come on here every day regardless. Until this new current routine situation. Now, as far as the first part that you said is dependency with people holding you back, I would have to say yes to that too. Like, I don't consider myself to be a codependent person. I have seen codependency in its worst, literally at its worst. I know that, like, I had a fear of being alone. I do. I told y'all, like, my daddy was a sperm donor. I wasn't raised with my daddy, so I have the abandonment issues, and I know what my malfunction and dysfunction is. But Traci's been working on herself for a really long time. Okay, nobody's perfect. Sometimes we need help. So I had mentioned that too. I was like, we need to talk to somebody. We need to talk to somebody objective and is professional and has those tools that can help out with what's going on. I'm sorry, y'all. This was my little cup that I had got from the artscape that we went to last weekend. And you see, it's full of 3 different kinds of Kool-Aids. No, I shouldn't be drinking this Kool-Aid, but I'm stressed right now. I'm not trying to claim the stress, but it is what it is. So don't judge me. Yes, I got my sugar water out, okay? But anyhow, so like I said, I conquered the fear, and kudos for that, because, like, I have a thing for needles too. So I told myself at some point I need to get me a small little itty bitty tattoo somewhere, just to say that I conquered that fear too, because I have a thing with needles. That is really not a big deal, like the fear thing. But you know, life has brought me to this current time and space. My small knit family, once my auntie passed, a year and a half from that point is when her husband passed, and a year and a half from that point is when my mama passed. So the universe literally snuffed out my whole family, like, in a 3-year time frame, before I could really even kind of get through the reality of losing the one loved one. I lost another one, and then another one. And then I'm currently, like, in the situation that I'm in right now. So like I said, the whole little situation with Tootie was very hurtful because she was the closest thing that I had to family. Like, I've known this lady almost 10 years, and when she had offered for me to come move back home, she's like, oh, well, you don't have to put up with this shit from this crazy Spanish lady. Just come on home, which her house always felt like a second home to me. So when she had said that, which it was not on my mother, that is not even in a grave. It was not my intention to move back in with her. Okay. But when she offered, I did. Because last time at the Belmont, I stayed until the day that the sheriff was supposed to be coming knocking on the door. I had planned to do the same thing, even with the crazy Spanish lady. She took my 2 little jobs away because I started 2 new jobs. I can't keep a new job, if I have to go to court. She took me to court twice in a 30-day time frame. Okay. And I won both of my cases. And then I was like, okay, look, when she had offered to leave, I'm like, fine, let me go ahead and leave because I can't pay no rent with no money that I can't earn if I cannot take my fat ass to work. Okay, so when that how her little situation kind of panned out, I'm like, okay, fine. She offered. I'm like, let me go ahead and go. So I feel like she was trying to control me. Y'all know that. I've talked about it. I don't like when people try to control me. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like it. I am not one that has to be controlled. Just like at my job situation, no Virgo, unless they are lazy ass, don't never have to be micromanaged. Why? Because we do everything to an extreme, kind of like OCD with it with certain things. And it's not intentional, but it's just what's ingrained in the DNA and the makeup of who we are and when we were born and what stars and stuff were aligned during that time for us to actually be born the Virgos. Okay, no problem. So I tried a thing and it's not exactly working out the way that I thought. Hold on, y'all. I'm not kicking myself though because I feel like we are born by ourselves. We're gonna leave this earth by ourselves. But while we're here, I don't feel like we're meant to be by ourselves. And y'all know I spend a lot of time by myself. So I'm not mad for trying a thing. Do you need people? I mean, for what purpose? I think you look at people like seasons. So you wouldn't feel blindsided all the time when situations arise. You know what? That's a very valid point, Sheldon. That's a very valid point, honey. And it's like we're not supposed to have our faith in man. We're supposed to have our faith in God because man will disappoint you every single time. Every time. Okay. Whenever you have an issue, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to put it on the throne and give it to God. Okay. But I'm not programmed that way. I'm a worry wart. I'm trying to change that. Like I said, I'm trying to relinquish the bad habits so I can create the new habits. Tracy's trying to elevate. Elevate takes change. Elevation takes change. Period. So I feel like, in a sense, like I have to kill a certain part of myself in order to be the phoenix and be reborn in the fire, because fire is cleansing. Like, I did like a couple of little quizzes online within the last couple of days. And both times when they asked, like, what element, I know I'm an earth sign. I was born under being an earth sign, but I feel, in the sense, like I feel like I'm more fiery than anything, especially lately. Oh my God. Oh Lord Jesus. Look, y'all know I was born right on that Leo Virgo cusp. Like I literally was born like 3 something in the afternoon on the Virgo side. So I should have been a Leo, but I'm right on that cusp. So I have those lioness tendencies. I got them virgin tendencies. Lately, more the lion has been coming out. That fire, that fire. okay, has been coming out. Because I have to defend myself at all costs. You ain't going to come at me crazy. You're not going to keep asking me all these crazy ass questions. You're not going to keep trying to put stuff on me that this is not who I am. How many times do I have to explain the same thing and repeat the same thing over and over again? No, I'm not going to do this. You come at me a certain way. Oh, okay, I'm definitely going to say something when I feel like somebody's coming at me in a way where I feel like I need to say something or maybe even defend myself. Let's see. I am Virgo, born September 14th. So are introvert or extrovert Virgos? Okay. So it's funny that you said that. Like, because that's my folks' birthday. I've never dealt with a Virgo before. And I'm an August Virgo, obviously. I feel like there's a little bit of a difference in an August Virgo than a September Virgo. And y'all know I started off like I'm literally first day. And then, like I said, literally Carissa's birthday today. Like I can show it to y'all. I can show it to y'all on my phone. I swear to you. I live in Maryland. Okay. I'm in Baltimore right now. Like I grew up in Alexandria, Virginia, so I'm close. I normally would be close to DC. So normally when people ask me where I'm from, I'm repping DC because I was always closer to DC. But like within the last couple of years, I've been in Baltimore. My ex was from Baltimore. My current boyfriend's from Baltimore. So and then I had got a job by the airport for like a couple of years. So I've been in Baltimore for the last few years. No problem. It's cool. Baltimore has a lot of cool places to eat and stuff. They be putting crack on the chicken though, y'all. I don't know why they put the crack on the chicken. They put the crack on the chicken in Baltimore. I don't know why. I don't know why they put the crack on the chicken. Like, and they put it on the fish too. Anywho, I'm trying to pull up these damn numbers. Me and Tudy had talked about that. She thinks it's the lemon pepper seasoning. I don't know what the fuck it is. They put the crack on the chicken and the fish. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that shit. All right, so as y'all can see, it's that glare is bad. Ooh, that glare is real bad. Y'all see that? Maryland lottery. I live in Maryland, right? Okay. So when we're gonna scroll. Sorry, I know the glare is super bad. Okay, so I'm scrolling up, right here today. You can see the date, June the 1st. Pick 3, pick 4, pick 5. So let me click on the pick 4. Let me enlarge it so y'all can see. See, that says 0826. That was the midday. The number that just came out tonight, 0823. That's my birthday. And 0826 is Carissa's birthday. I'm being nosy because I didn't see that. United States is funny. I didn't see it before, but anywho. Hey, what's up, Green Queen? What's up? What's up? Herbal Goddess, how you doing, Green Queen? Hold on, y'all. All right, I gotta charge this phone because this phone literally is about to die. So like I said, today is the first, I need to go ahead, look. I need to just go ahead and sign up for my other socials, y'all. Like, I need to go and sign up for my other socials. Like, because this, like I said, there's some stuff that I need to talk about. And I'm going to talk about it. It might not be on YouTube, but I'm going to talk about it. Because it's like, I can't have somebody literally try to let me see, how can I put this? Like, I can't have somebody kind of like take me out of my character, so to speak. You know what I mean? I am who I am. Like, you have to accept me for who I am. And I know I'm a lot to deal with. But I think that I'm a nice person. And I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated. I don't always get treated like that in return. But that's fine because I know at the end of the day, like, I know I'm going to get my wings. I know I'm going to get my wings, y'all. When we were at the Artscape that day, we literally are walking by the power plant. It's like a place that they have like live bands and stuff, and it was like a heavy metal band that was playing like live, like right when we were walking by. So we're doing the head nods, and I can't swing my hair around because these braids are heavy or whatever. But you know what they normally do? They normally the heavy metal rockers normally swing their hair around and stuff. So we were rocking out to the music that was playing and stuff like that. We still having a good time. That it was fun. Like Robin Thicke put on a really good show. That Tanner girl did too. Like we had fun. Like we had a good day. So the lady that we were with his friend, like she's like, let's go in there. Let's go in there. I'm like, okay, fine. So we went up in there. And it was right at the end of their last little performance and stuff like that. And we were still cooling out and chilling and stuff like that. So when we went back outside, there was a couple with a stroller that was literally there with the dog. And I had looked down because nobody saw it. I'm a Virgo, so I'm very observant. I notice everything. I probably will notice shit that you don't even notice, that you don't even see, or whatever. I'm going to notice it. I'm going to see it. There was a phone on the ground. So I'm like, yo, is this your phone? Like to the friend. And he was like, no. He's like, the people were just here. So my fat ass, zoom, I haul ass down the sidewalk, because when I swiped it, it was a picture of the cute little baby on there. And it was a white couple that was right in front of us. I was like, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, ma'am, I was like, is this I'm holding it up. I'm like, is this your phone? Is this your phone? And so she's like, oh my God, it's my husband's phone. It's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because, it'd have been a pain in the ass trying to replace the phone and all that stuff. I said, yes, definitely. I was like, no problem. She's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was like, it's fine. Like, because I got 3 phones and I left my damn black phone, which is my regular phone. This is my regular phone. I have left this phone in an Uber twice. And only by the grace of God was I able to get my phone back both times. The first time it was an African dude. The second time, I think it was an Indian dude or whatever. But they were nice enough to make sure that I got my phones back both times. So when I'm in the Ubers now, which I haven't been in the Ubers because y'all know I had my rental car for I had 2 different rental cars for at least 4 months. So I had to turn it in, the last one, on March the 1st. So it's only been since then that I haven't had access to my rental car. I haven't been doing the gig work and all that stuff, obviously, because I don't have a car. I'm working on my credit card situation, and the last card I had applied for said I don't have sufficient credit history. I'm like, my shit has been jacked my whole life. Of course, I have established bad credit history. Okay. Oh God. Anywho. So me not being able to come on here and talk to y'all every single day, obviously, is a part of my routine that has to change, because before that I was recording every single day. So just because you choose to open up your life and your situation to somebody doesn't mean that you should have to change elements about yourself that I feel are helpful or warm and fuzzy or encouraging or anything that's positive. Plus I try to be helpful, and I know just simply sharing my stories have been helpful to some people, and I shouldn't have to change that element, because helping people is what I do. That part is ingrained in my DNA. The Virgos are the service people of the zodiac. We're caregivers. We help people. That's what we do. Okay. So at least for some of us, I can't speak for all of us, but some of us Virgos, yeah. Anywho. So, I think it's time that I go ahead and create my other little socials, because I feel like each platform kind of offers a certain something that, say, the next one doesn't offer. And there's some stuff that I need to get off my chest. It is. There's some stuff I need to get off my chest. It's like I'm trying to talk to these people. My people don't get a lot. Like, even with the whole thing with the heat and the door open that time and stuff like that. They think that that's hocus pocus. It's not hocus pocus. Everything about life is perspective. Okay. So if you have a certain mindset, or if you're vibrating on a lower frequency, of course, something like that is going to be hocus pocus to you, right? Because sometimes we need to change our mindset. Sometimes, people are stuck in their past when they haven't had good things happen to them. Sometimes they're stuck. Sometimes we have those chains, those shackles that are literally on our feet. And sometimes we just need to make a simple decision to say, okay, I'm not going to deal with this no more. I'm not going to put up with this no more. I'm not going to put up with these crazy people no more. I'm not going to put up with these assholes no more. Like, I'm not going to put up with no bullshit that I feel is not serving my highest good. Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to let go. Sometimes you got to walk away from people. No matter how it hurts, sometimes we just got to do that. It's not an easy thing to do, but sometimes we got to do it. I appear sweet and sincere. Thank you. Thank you, dear. I try to be sweet, you know. Some people don't like it when I'm nice though. Some people don't like it when I'm nice, but I try to be sweet. I try to be a nice person. I try to, like I said, I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated. I don't always get treated like that in return sometimes, but shit is what it is. Life is what it is. Sometimes people, one thing that I will say, like when my ex broke up with me years ago, right when I had my awakening experience, okay? I said awakening, it's not an awakening experience. When I had my whole little awakening experience, like I listened to TD Jakes, Joel Osteen, and Iyanla. I listened to Joel and TD like practically every day for at least 6 months. And then I would get doses of Iyanla in between. And like it was a couple of videos of hers that I had came across that really resonated within my spirit. So she had said that a lot of the times when people are in relationships, they think that they're in a relationship, but they're in an actual entanglement. So me and him, talk about my ex, we're in an entanglement. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Okay, so I'm learning. So then she had also said, that dating is for collecting information, not procreation. But of course, y'all know the flesh is always going to be focused on the procreation part when we're supposed to be taking that time to collect information. So in that time, like my paralegal didn't kick in like it should have to be collecting all the information. Okay, but I'm human. I'm human. Yeah. And so then, like, the third video that definitely made some sense and resonated within my spirit is she said, people love based upon who they are as a person and the knowledge that they have at that point when you were dealing with them. The knowledge that they have at that point. So up until that point, if they were not taught how to treat a lady, then they're not going to know how to treat you right. If they're not taught how to love and express love and don't have like a true love language established, then of course they're not going to be able to express that to you. I'm just saying. So those are the 3 videos that I had came across when I'm checking out all of her videos. I don't smoke, do I? I most certainly do smoke. I don't. I normally didn't smoke that much. My folks smoke, so I've been smoking, and the smoking for the most part keeps me here. Because right now, under normal circumstances, if I wasn't, like if I literally didn't come up in this round, yeah, and choke a little bit, y'all probably would be seeing more of the rah rah right about now. I don't smoke cigarettes, is what I'm saying. I don't smoke cigarettes. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm a very intense person. And I try, there's certain things like, because, Jake Ducey also was somebody that I had came across that time, when I had my whole little awakening experience. So he was like the very first law of attraction guru that I had came across on YouTube during this time. So he said, when you don't believe in stuff and people trying to put stuff on you, you don't claim it and you say it's not a part of my belief system. I'm like, okay. So, so y'all don't know. Like, so I've been having a whole little conversation. I think it was Tootie. Yeah, I think it was a conversation that I was having with Tootie at the time before I had left. So oh, wait, before I even get into all of that, okay, let me finish and then let me get to the next thing. Okay, so she just kept saying stuff. Like she said like 6 things back to back. Boom, 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 boom. Like a whole little bullet list. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I'm not claiming that. That is not a part of my belief system. I'm not claiming that either. That is not a part of my belief system. I'm like, lady, you better stop coming for me because you know I'm not claiming that either. And that's not a part of my belief system, right? Like that's how that whole little conversation kind of unfolded, right? I don't know how you can't see this and that. Stop trying to psychoanalyze me because you're not Dr. Phil. Okay, you're not a therapist of any sorts. Like, don't do that. Like, don't come for me, you know? But again, I say it a million times. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Your lifetime people is always going to be your family. Everybody else is coming in for a reason or a season. Now, at the time when we met, I felt like she came into my life for a reason, but I had to walk away one time. The first time, that was like for a year when I walked away. The second time, that was for 2 years. And when Spirit had nudged me, like, you need to check up on your friend, it wasn't to move back in with her. That's not what that was. So I'm sitting here having a conversation with her because do I drink a lot? No, I actually don't. So, with that being said, I have been dealing with an element lately that I'm not used to, okay? To a certain degree. You know, you get exposed to stuff at times, so you know if something is for you or if it's not for you. I myself don't feel like I've ever had a drinking problem, okay? But for some reason, I attract people that are the wounded birds that have a drinking problem. At least in my last 2 situations, that's what I've been dealing with. And I'm just going to be open and honest, and I don't give a fuck who don't want me talking about it. It's the truth, okay? No, I do not have a drinking problem. Like, you know, my mom has attracted, my mama was not a good picker. I'm not a good picker. And my mom attracted the same type of stuff. So even with that sense, the apple didn't fall far from that tree because I'm not a good picker and I always seem to attract people that I feel drinking is not a problem in general. But if it's an extreme and the excess, then yeah, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay. But I'm 51 years old. Okay. I did my partying in my 30s. Sorry, 20s. In my 20s and like the first part of my 30s. So it's out of my system. Like it's out of my system. Like, you know, oh, you don't drink. Okay, that's cool. So, like, when we have our vices and your vices might not necessarily match up with another person's vice, like, I feel like it's kind of like a Jehovah's Witness. I feel like they kind of try to force feed stuff down your throat sometimes, and that's not cool. You know, that's not cool. Like, that's not my vice, and I'm not claiming that, and it's not a problem. And it's like, I can go long periods of time without drinking and not being a problem, not even thinking about it. It's not an issue, you know? So anytime when you are dealing with a situation or a person that literally pretty much has to drink every single day, that's a problem for me. Like my stepdad he used to work. So he, like his day, like his Friday, I think he was off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So his Monday night, which was technically his Friday, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it until it was time to get ready to go back to work, you know, 2 days later, you know. So, all right, hold on, y'all. So somebody was sending me a message and then it just kind of stopped. I don't know what the fuck was going on. My phone has been acting up. It always is acting up. I need to get a new one. Yeah, I like this little meme that I found on Facebook. It says sometimes you need to blast your favorite music and not give a shit about anything else for a while. I'm kind of having that little moment right now. I've been wanting to visit DC. Yeah, DC is cool. DC is cool. It's a lot of stuff to do. Like that's the one good thing about this area. Like it's like I don't care what your interests are, what your hobbies are, anything that you might want to try, do, anything. It's like whatever you choose, like we have it here or you can find it, you know. So that's one good thing that I like about this area, stuff like that. So y'all, I need to go ahead and create my I feel like I need to do all the socials. Like I've only had YouTube for almost 2 years, so I need to go ahead and get on Facebook. I need to get on TikTok. I need to get on Instagram. Like, because I can at least like I can at least like start posting pictures about my weight loss and stuff like that and start documenting some of my weight loss journey on Instagram. And then I think I definitely need a Patreon. And I probably need to just go ahead and get on OnlyFans too. Not for the nasty stuff. I'm not saying for the nasty stuff. But then there's stuff that I can discuss for those that are interested in hearing about what's been going on. I could do that on those platforms. So, like, you have a certain audience that will chime in to listen. So, yeah, I heard what I said. Anywho, so then I got caught in that daggone tornado. So we actually had a tornado that touched down in this area, and Tootie said that she could actually hear it. Like she said, it sounded like a lion roaring. So I don't know if the tornado touched down in the area that I was actually in at the time. That's the day I went to the Walmart. So it's like I got accused. Let me say this one thing, and then I'm gonna leave this alone. Okay. Y'all know I have got on here and I have talked about, like, I've talked about something that I've only talked about with my mama and God up until this point, until I had started my YouTube, and then I actually started talking about it on my YouTube. Okay, so I've been cheated on 3 times. I have the DV in my past. It's not an easy thing to talk about. They want to ask questions about it. It's fine. Anybody that wants to know anything, if you ask, I will answer the question honestly. I'm a Virgo. I don't know how to sugarcoat. I'm not going to spare nobody's feelings. I'm going to give it to you raw. Like, ooh, baby, you like it raw. That's how you're going to get it, because I don't know how to be any other way. It's not an easy thing to talk about at all, But when people ask, I try to answer the questions honestly, which I get it. I have a very unique situation. I didn't ask to have my little small knit family snuffed away from me too soon. I didn't ask for that. But I'm here still. I'm still here. So I'm trying to figure out what not only the reality of my situation, but what my actual life purpose is. And I know part of that is helping people. I'm just trying to figure out in what capacity that I can actually truly help people. But you can't help nobody that's not willing to help themselves. Like, you can lead the horse to water, but unless they're trying to drink it, you can't force them to. There's elements right now that I feel that would be beneficial to my situation, even right now in this current time of space. Like going to church, for example. There's a church right across the street. I'm like, I think we need to go to church. I got a hangnail. Oh. We were supposed to go to church with a mama. Still haven't gone to church. I did meet the grandmama though. She's really sweet. And she a fly Betty. She a fly Betty. I'm like, My mama always said she was too fly to be a grandma. My mama would have been an awesome grandma. Maybe in another life I had some puppies. Definitely not in this one. I know it's time for me to get my nails done. I've been getting too many hangnails. And sometimes they hurt when you snag them up against them. Anywho, so it's like when you like for example, there was this gentleman that I had tried to talk to years ago, and he's cool as shit. We're still friends. Like we're still friends to this day. We keep in contact, checking up on each other, making sure everybody good and all that stuff. But they really don't communicate that much on the phone. Like if we talk on the telephone, I'm the one doing most of the talking. Like in the beginning, they've gotten a little bit better. They've gotten a little bit better about communicating. I'm sorry, y'all. This stupid thing is poking up again. So they've gotten a little bit better over time because I guess they have to really, really, really warm up to you to be able to be a more effective communicator. So how is somebody that over communicates, referring to myself, supposed to be able to deal with somebody that really didn't communicate well at all? In person, totally different person. It's like they were like night and day. It's like they fully communicated in person. I guess some people just don't really like talking on the telephone. But then, like, the first date was awkward. It was so awkward. Like, because I literally was sitting there talking to my damn self. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. I'm trying to collect the information. I was trying to collect the information. That time I was being objective and I was in a public setting, and we actually went on a real date in a restaurant and all this stuff. So I wasn't tempted and, distracted from other things. Yeah, that was awkward. But like I said, over time, they've definitely gotten way better. So again, the only way that I could put it, y'all, have I ever been engaged? No, I have not, unfortunately. And I didn't see your other little comment before you retracted it, but it's hard to love somebody that doesn't love themselves. That's how I could put it. That's the only way that I could put it. Because in my heart, that's how it feels. So when I communicate things and communicate and continue to communicate and maybe even over communicate and I'm not being heard, I feel like that's a problem, because when you're trying to build that foundation, like literally, I look at it like the frame of a house. In order to build the house, you have to have a foundation to build upon. And starting off with that foundation, it has to start with, trust and communication. If you can't trust people, or at least your person, then that's a problem. If you can't fully communicate with them, then I feel like that too is a problem. And I'm tired of people making it seem like, the moment that I say something, you're like in my style. Thank you. Thank you, United States. So it's like, don't make me out to be the problem because I communicate my feelings. Don't make me out to be a problem because I ask questions. Sometimes we don't ask enough questions. Sometimes we don't have those hard discussions that we need to have. There's too many people out here doing free willy nilly stuff when they shouldn't be. There's far too many people out here having unprotected sex that shouldn't be. We live in a day and age, before you lay down with a new person, both of y'all better be taking your ass to the doctor. And when you finally decide to go there, wrap it up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know what the full risks are when you actually go lay down with somebody, I'm referring to some men. I had a dude one time in Atlantic City. I lied to you not. I was just telling somebody this story the other day. This shit was funny. Oh my God, this shit was funny. Again, if you do not know the 100% risks that are involved when you lay down with somebody, y'all shouldn't be having sex. There was this dude, we had met, me and Crazy Cat were up in Atlantic City hanging out with the old dude that she had met that was one of her little gambling buddies. At the time, neither one of us had a black car. What did you say, Green Queen? Let me see what you said. You can't love someone that doesn't love themselves. Exactly. That's true. It's true. It's so true. So getting back to these whole risk factors, like I said, if y'all don't know the risks when you having sex with folks, maybe you should be having sex. I'm just saying. And I'm sure more women are probably aware than the dudes, because some dudes just don't care. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So like I said, I literally just shared this story. It is funny. Every time when I think about it, it's funny as shit. So anywho, so me, Crazy Cat, and the old dude were in the Diamond Club. He took us to the Diamond Club at Caesars in Atlantic City. This was years ago, like at least 10 plus years ago. So we met these two dudes, and we are attracted. I'm not going to go into specifics about what I feel, because Tootie don't think that I have a type. I know that I have a type. She doesn't think that I have a type. Anywho, so we met these two dudes. The one dude was trying to talk to me. His friend was trying to talk to Crazy Cat. They weren't my type. Not her type, my type. We got a type. They weren't our type. Okay, fine, no problem. But they were still fun to hang out with. They're like, oh, come chill with us. We went gambling. You know, we had a good old time. You know, smoking and drinking, gambling, having a good old time, right? So there was, I think the following weekend, they had came into town. So we met them that first weekend. We hung out, all that stuff. And then we went to go hang out with them like the following weekend. So by the time he had hit me up, the dude that liked me, he was like, you know, where's your friend? We had just had a falling out. Like, I had to leave the house, so I didn't lay hands on that child because she got on my nerves so bad. She was instigating. She was all up in my conversation. She got all up in my face, and she was being very rude and disrespectful. Traci does not handle rudeness and disrespect. If I'm not giving you that energy, like, please do not bring the energy to me, because I will match that energy. No problem. Y'all know I would bring the rah-rah if I have to. So the dude was like, okay, well, come hang out with us still. So we did the same thing. This time it wasn't me and Crazy Cat. It was just me by myself with the two dudes. And then I was getting sleepy. And then he was like, oh, well, you could come sleep in my room. And I'm like, no, because y'all are sharing a room. Like, I don't want y'all to sit up here and try to think that you could try to run a train on me or some stupid shit like that. I'm a single female. I have to be mindful of my safety. I ain't crazy. And I need to be cautious. And, you know, he was like, well, you can lay in my bed, blah, blah, blah. Fuck all that. Because they don't listen. They don't listen, right? Hey, what's up, Key Sweat? Papa has entered the chat. What's up, Key Sweat? So I'm sharing one of my old Atlantic City stories. So anyways, so the dude wasn't like, okay, so y'all know I have DV in my past. Okay, I have DV in my past. And I have had hands laid on me, obviously, because of the DV. So my thing is, my mother said a woman should only have to tell a man no one time, right? One time. And I found myself multiple times having to let this dude know, no, I'm not laying in your bed. I'm chilling here in the chair, la, 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 la. So with the body language and me verbalizing stuff, I said no multiple times. So he's not listening, right? He's not listening. Yeah. So what did I do? This is what I did, y'all. This is what I did to get this man off of me so he would leave me the fuck alone, right? I told him I had yeast. I told him I had yeast. You got yeast? Yeah, I got yeast, bitch. She's like looking at the friend. The friend's looking at him. What you mean you got yeast? Bitch, I got yeast. And if you don't know what the fuck that is, then you should not be fucking or trying to fuck nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So they're both sitting there with the little question marks over their head. And that's how I literally got them to leave me the fuck alone. I was able to go in there and sleep. So like I was out for a couple of days and then I finally went back to the house or whatever. But that's how I got them to leave me the fuck alone. Like he wasn't listening. I'm not attracted to you. I'm not the person that's into casual stuff. I'm not saying that I haven't done casual. I'm not a casual person, right? Traci has always pursued the relationships. So to make the story even funnier, because that shit is funny. It's already funny, right? I was baking rolls. No, I wasn't. I told him that I had yeast. Okay. Because this was way before Traci was dealing with her sugar problem. I was not diagnosed with the sugar problem at that point. So no, I wasn't having no problems. I wasn't having no bakery problems at the time. You know, I have to now because my blood sugar has been elevated for quite some time. So from time to time, when I drink too much of the sugary stuff, normally when I drink this, not so much what I eat, when I have too much of this, it might throw my pH off or whatever. I just got some new probiotics and all that stuff from O Positive, I think it was. So they're at my mailbox. I gotta go get them and stuff. But I've been busy doing other shit. But anyways, so that was the first part of the funny, right? That was the first part of the funny. So then Crazy Cat goes back to Atlantic City by herself because she would go to Atlantic City quite a few times by herself. No problem. Like I've been to Atlantic City by myself too. Like it's not a big thing. Anywho. So she runs into the guy, right? She runs into the guy that liked me. The other dude, the friend wasn't with him. So he was there by himself. She was there by herself that time. And so he proceeded to tell her like, yo, like, what's up with your friend? Like, I really like your friend. I'm really attracted to your friend. Like, she wasn't giving me the time of day. And do you know what she told me? She's like, what? She's like, she said she had yeast. And she just bust out laughing. He's like, why are you laughing? And she's like, because I done already heard the story, right? Of course, because she's my friend. Of course, she done already heard the story, because once I wasn't mad at her anymore, whatever. I just told her how my weekend was away from the house or whatever. So she's like, yeah, I know about the yeast thing. And he was like, well, did she really have yeast? And she was like, laughing still. And she's like, no, she really didn't have yeast. Well, why would she say that she had yeast if she didn't have yeast? So again, the question marks are still there because he didn't know. Like, I don't know how any man that has ever laid down with a woman not know what the fuck yeast is. Again, this is the public service announcement coming right here from Traci Talks on Traci Talks TV. If you don't know the full risks of the sexual encounters that you choose to have with these people, then you shouldn't be having them. Because obviously you're not grown enough and responsible enough to handle what could be the outcome of a sticky situation. I'm just saying. Why do you think motherfuckers got dirty dicks out here? Because they don't take their ass to the doctor and they just stick their hole. They'll stick whatever hole they want to stick that's going to let them stick. And don't care about the consequences. They'll have shit like listening to this whole Diddy testimony and all that shit, which I have not been paying no attention to this shit, but he pay attention. He listened to Sub-Zero and he's been paying attention to this Diddy shit. Like they had mentioned that, he would force her to do the stuff when she had like a urinary tract infection and shit like that. Like that's nasty. That's nasty. Ooh. Like I had a coworker one time. She had 3 different infections, pregnant, mind you. While she was pregnant, had 3 different infections at the same time. I think she had yeast, a UTI, and something else all together, all at once, while she was pregnant. That's nasty. And obviously, you're not concerned about your unborn child that's in all of that nasty. Just thinking about it, it makes me itch, y'all. That shit just nasty. Like, ugh. That's gross. And I'm not judging. Because we all got a past. We all got a present. We all got some stuff in our mind that we're thinking about possibly doing tomorrow or whatever. Okay? We human. But some people just don't have a clue, and they need to have a clue. Yes. Mm-hmm. She shared the info, of course, because we're friends. We talk about it. So of course she fucked him. She did. I didn't. I had no interest. But my mama also said that she would fuck a snake if somebody would hold his head. Again, not judging. That was my mama saying. My mama had a whole bunch of sayings. I didn't say that. My mom. My mama said it. Yeah, but she knew. Mama know. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, y'all. And it's so funny because around that same time, around that same little time frame, I got me two little trump cards. I still got me two little trump cards. I sure do. Cause I'm not that B to be played with, but it's all good. It's all good. So that whole little thing, like I said, it was funny. Like even when I think about it now, it's funny as shit. It's funny as shit. But again, if you do not know the risk factors, then you shouldn't be doing the shit. I'm just saying. That's part of being an adult. Being responsible. Setting priorities and trying to meet them. How about some goals? How about you set some goals and try to meet those? You know what I'm saying? That's a part of that's adulting. That's what it means to be an adult. Okay. How long have I been on here? I've been on here over an hour. Okay. I'm gonna be on here for a little bit longer because y'all know I haven't had a chance to really come on here and I haven't really had a chance to talk to y'all and stuff. So so I have to find somebody like the other program that I was in, the other therapy program that I was in. It's like I love my therapist, y'all. I did. You know, we're not working together now. She was like a big sister type to me. And I feel like I need a sister. I need a sister because, like, I feel like a sister is the only one that's going to really, truly relate with the shit that I'm going through. And she yelled at me, though. She yelled at me. And that's why we're not working together now. I don't like people yelling at me. I try not to yell at people. Ooh, I try not to. But sometimes, ooh, y'all, sometimes people be like, when they bring the rah rah, you got to give it back. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not programmed no other way. Like, when you bring the rah rah, you got to get it back. Sorry, you got to get it back. Have I? I know I have been, y'all. And look, Key Sweat, like I want to apologize to y'all. I want to apologize because it's like I know I've been trying something new and it shouldn't have affected my schedule from me recording and doing my videos and stuff on YouTube, but it has. And I want to apologize to y'all because that wasn't my intention at all. At all. And then it's like I'm going through a lot. Like, when is it that I'm never not really going through anything, let alone a lot all at one time? Like I said, y'all, it's like the shit. It's like you got all the shit. It's like all the shit. I got all the shit. Like it's like all the shit. You know, I literally have all of this shit laying in my lap all at once, and it's like I have to find a way to deal with it. You know, or try to deal with one thing at a time and move on to the next thing until I can knock all this shit out. Like that's how it always happens, and it sucks. You know, it sucks. Fuck Tracy, where's that damn key? Oh, there it is. Okay, I just want to make sure it's in back in the spot. What else? See, I'm trying to be funny and make a point, and I'm dropping shit, and I don't see the shit. It might be underneath the blanket. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, that's the reality of my situation. What move is that? Just a whole bunch of shit is always falling in my lap all at once, and you know, I'll just have to find a way to deal with it as usual. You know, missing out on my two birthdays, my birthday and Carissa's birthday today, that hurt. Because that's $5,200 that I can have in my pocket right now. I could go right to the little X-Cat place first thing in the morning because I would have been right as soon as they motherfuckers open, like 8 o'clock. I think I don't think you have to wait until 9. I think they open at 8 o'clock. I'd have been right there at the X-Cat place cashing in my two little $5,200 tickets total. Yeah, I sure would have. That would be helpful right now. It most certainly would. And if I saw Carissa's birthday this morning and I missed it, which I normally play her birthday because it's just one number off of mine, I damn sure wouldn't have missed my birthday. But cutoff is at 8, and I was in the grocery store. Like I could have played the number right before cutoff. I didn't see her birthday. My birthday had came out, and I was like, "Oh, and Mickey Flicky G, like, oh my god, and these braids got to come out because I've had them in like I think it's been 3 weeks, y'all. Okay, so this is the only time. Like I don't know if y'all can see it in the camera. Yeah, you can see it. See it? I'm pointing on this one little braid right here. Like it's separated from my hair right here at the top. So I got the little weave glue. Like I got some weave glue yesterday. This is the one that they normally would use. I think the drag queens use this for their eyelashes or whatever. So I had got the weave glue. So I tried to stick it down. I tried to. It didn't work. Like I had put it on it. It was like a whole big old dab of black right here. I put my finger I put my finger on it, and so like this one is loosening up too. Like I'm like, oh my god, like I've never got my hair done before with whatever style that I've had because I've had plenty of braided styles over the years. Never have I had braids that were starting to separate. You know, this separated right here, and it's bothering me because it's like I need a week. Like I try to keep it in for a month, y'all, and then I had to pay more money for this hairdo. And plus, I like the color and other stuff. A lot of people, I've been getting a lot of compliments from this hairdo. Excuse me. So a lot of people like the color. A lot of people like the curls. You know, but it's like by the time it starts itching, like while I'm sitting here, I might as well. Where's my coconut oil? I might as well at least grease my scalp a little bit. So. Because it has been itching, y'all. This shit has been itching like crazy. So. I'm gonna put some coconut oil because this stuff has been itching real bad. Whew. I don't have my regular oil and stuff. So, like I said, me and Tootie had a conversation tonight, and it was so funny because I mean, I had to laugh my ass off. I told her I literally almost pissed on myself because my folks, we were talking, and I said some slick shit out of my mouth, and they didn't like it. So they like, I'm gonna call Tootie. I'm like, what the fuck is she supposed to do with my ass? Like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you right back over to Tootie house. Okay. Still not gonna talk and stop me from talking shit when I feel that I need to. Come at me correct and I won't talk shit. It's simple. So I feel like I need to reach out to some programs at this point. Whew. I'm sorry, y'all. Like my scalp was super dry and it's been itching and flaking and all this shit. I only had to keep it in one more week. But I like it. It's cute. Like I get tired of the woolly mammoth. So I had to tame the woolly mammoth. And she was like, Tootie was like, oh, you should have called the girl that did your hair last time to do it this time. I'm like, well, I don't know where she does hair in between when she's not at people's house. So I didn't want to bother. And I definitely wouldn't have got this color because I don't have hair this color. Oh, all right, that feels better already. Anywho, so like I said, it's just I'm having a true like full circle moment, y'all. And for y'all that know what that means when I say that. But everything's gonna be all right. You know, everything's gonna be all right. It's just messed up because that last little job that I had got, I did actually get hired, but they wanted me to do the driving record thing, and I didn't click on the right thing, or I didn't enter the right information in the right fields, whatever. I don't know what the problem was, but I didn't get to start the job because they wanted me to request the driving record when I clicked on the wrong thing. So I'm like, if y'all do it yourself then and pay the fee, then it eliminates the driver having to deal with that nonsense. I dealt with two other companies that did it themselves, and all of a sudden you don't want to do that yourself. And I'm like, okay, well, and I still paid my $15 and worked 4 hours that Sunday. So I need to ask him if I'm gonna get my little $60 check. Because right now I need my little $60 shit. I had got my little $12 for my tips that day. Now I need my little $60. What movie is what? I don't know. I don't know what movie you're referring to. Key Sweat. Sorry, I missed that. I missed it. Oh, okay, that feels better. Woof. So shine bright tonight. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, I can't watch the TV, so that's what I was like. That's another reason I was like, let me go ahead and come on here. Hold on, let me pee pee. Hold on. Oof. Alrighty, sorry about that, y'all. I had to tinkle. And I still have a nice big old chunk of ice right here in my cup. So buttons. Anywho, I need to eat something, but periodically the stomach's my medicine still has my stomach kind of queasy. So it's the middle of the night. I really shouldn't be eating that. Anywho, hold on, y'all. Yes, June is a major breakthrough month. Yeah, so like I listen to like Apostle what's his name, Dwight Buckner Jr. a lot, right? So, like I said, when stuff is going on and I feel like I need confirmation, like I meant, like the prayer that had popped up this morning, I meant to screenshot it because like I screenshot it because at a later date I plan on sitting down and actually writing it out. Like today would have been a good day to write out some stuff, but I got home late and stuff or whatever. Hold on. So I'm gonna post them on my Facebook. But he said that June is going to be a month of some divine timing happen, like literally happening. That's coming up. Yeah. So yep. Hold on. Make sure my volume is up.
All right, so today I want to prophesy over your June and tell you that the month of June for you is the month of divine authority. There are some things in the month of June that you're just going to take authority over. You're going to go in and literally take what the Lord says was yours. It's kind of like when God sent in the 12 spies and they came back with a report. They got discouraged, but Caleb spoke up and said, but we can surely do this. I need you to understand that June is your month of divine authority. You're going to take authority over your body and have control. You're going to take authority over your finances and have control. You're going to take authority over your relationships. You're going to take authority over your business. God says there are some things that I have in store for you in the month of June, but you have to do your part. You have to walk in and take authority over the thing that I already released to you. In fact, when the children of Israel walked around the walls of Jericho, the Bible says that they walked around and on the seventh time they shouted. Their shout was symbolic of taking authority. And I need you to understand that this entire month of June, ma'am, sir, you have to take authority. This is not the month the Lord said to be walking around timid. This is not the month to be walking around insecure. This is not the month to be walking around like you can't do it. You have to go in and know that God has given you the land. Take possession. Take the property. Take what belongs to you. The Bible says the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence take it by force. You got to go in and take what's yours. I'm telling you, in the month of June is the month of divine authority. God is now releasing to you the authority to go get what's yours, and this is only for the righteousness of God. So as of June and as of today, stand up with your chest out and your head held high and walk around and take possession in the month of June of what God says is yours. Don't be scared. Go get it. If you agree with this word, I need to type, it's mine.
I know that's right. So like I said, I listen to his videos every day. Like he pops up on my phone every single day. Like they had a whole little convention last year I was trying to go to. Of course, I didn't have the money. But, you know, he puts up very, you know, inspirational videos and stuff. Hold on. I have a Powerball ticket, y'all, that I got. And I'm trying to see where I put it. Because I see somebody hit last night. Old tickets. Oh, I'm just sleepy. It's in here somewhere. I gotta find it. Someone surely did hit that Powerball last night. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I think I saw a ticket. Wait a minute. No, that's an old ticket. I gotta find it. It's in this bag somewhere because I literally, all this shit, well, not all of it, but the majority of it, I've got in my purse. Okay, I need to clean up my damn purse. So, where am I from? I'm from the DMV area. I currently live in Baltimore. Where are you from, Mojo? Oh my God. You see me. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. And I don't know what that noise was. I don't know. Hold on 1 second, y'all. This is the time when I need to have my little music playing, but let the music play. It won't get away. Let it play. Okay, I'm back. Oh, what time is it? Oh shit. It's 12 o'clock. No wonder why I'm yawning it, because it's way past my bedtime. Oh. So y'all, I mean that's pretty much it for right now. Like I said, I need I need to go ahead and create my other little social. So I think that's what I'm gonna work on tomorrow. I gotta do some job searching. So I gotta go to the library. So I think that's no, I'm not married. I have a boyfriend though. Well, at least I think I do. I don't know what hell's going on. These little on the border cafe style tortilla chips are good. I think they're thinner and crispier. I'm 51. I think they're thinner and crispier than regular crispios. Are they good? Mm-mm. No, I don't have kids. Mm. Hey, what's up? Return to happy. Hello to everybody in the chat. I don't have a regular Facebook for my Traci Talks, but like I said, I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. I need to create accounts for all of my socials. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm eating. And they already share. Mm. These would be good chips to make nachos out of. Well, less the meat and less the sour cream. The other fixes too, but these are my main two components I want. It's exactly 12 o'clock, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. I don't know if y'all have on the border on where you are, but they're good. I guess you don't necessarily have to have a restaurant near you to have the chips in the grocery store. I was gonna see them. Mm-hmm. So I do. Thank you. Mm. Now I'm gonna create my Facebook and Instagram if I'm actually awake tonight, if not tomorrow. Start posting some pics and stuff. Somebody's knocking at the door. What? Hold on, y'all. You said noodles, right?
Mm.
Hand them to me. Dropping my chips. Okay. I'll be back. There's Kool-Aid in that cup. Oh, I almost lose my damn slippers coming down the steps. Oh, okay. That's for 1 second. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna make some noodles. Can I bounce for you? Am I single or married? I am in a relationship right now, so I am not single nor married. Come on, baby. There we go. Really? Now you start like Bow Wow. Wasn't it Bow Wow that had a song for me? Bounce for me, dance for me. Anywho. Anywho. Somebody came in a good mood, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. You know. Mm-hmm. Upstairs. Yep, he just got home. I was out earlier when his friends, but he came home hours ago. He was hanging out with one of his friends, so that's home too. I was hungry, so I'm getting some noodles. I don't know how you pronounce this name, y'all, but I prefer the top ramen is my favorite brand of noodles. Like they used to have the blue one, which was I think the Oriental, and the green one was the pork flavor. Like those were my two favorite. I don't think they make them anymore, but at least I don't see them anymore. But I like the top ramen. Okay, where's the season pack? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. All right, get the last bowl. Hold on 1 second. My kitty cat is obviously still out hoe hopping right now, so her belly is huge too. It's huge. I don't know about nothing about cats, let alone them birthing babies and all that stuff. But we about to have some little kitties around here pretty soon enough. So her belly is huge. But she's sweet. She's a sweet little baby. About to have some babies. Like she reminds me of one of them teen moms from MTV. Oh Lord. Yeah. I'm about to be a fur baby grandma. Oh, anywho. Like, I'm gonna make these noodles, y'all, and then I gotta go ahead and take my shower and get ready. That pimple, like, I finally had to squeeze it. Like, that thing was hurting so bad. I haven't had a blemish or anything of the sort on my face. I don't normally have an issue with acne. Never really had my whole life. But this sucker, it was huge. It had a whole bunch of pressure back behind it. It was red and inflamed. I'm like, okay, I need to pop this. So I popped it and put some alcohol on it before I left. So it's finally starting to go down some because that sucker was hurting so bad. I don't know why acne has to hurt. I don't know why, but I had to get rid of it. Shoot. I don't know what the hell that noise is. So y'all, I didn't get a chance to record the other day. Like the other day, I was having a whole soul food moment. Like I had to throw my greens out because I left them on the stove, but I had cooked greens, and then I had got them from the Save a Lot. So the Save a Lot, rolls them up and cuts them in. I don't like that. First of all, it still had the core in there. Like you're not supposed to have the core, the stems, core stems, whatever you want to classify. You're not supposed to keep the stems in there, mind you. But like at Save a Lot, they're not gonna have the full stems like a Giant or Safeway or something. Mama would just rip them off the stem and then rip them in half or maybe three times, and that's it. The full, you get a good full piece of leaf wrapped around your fork when you're digging in there. I'll put these boiling. I start to put these noodles on the stove. All right, so since I'm in here, put this down. My camera around. Not doing nothing special. Not nothing special. Nothing fancy. I didn't cook, but the other day I had made fried chicken. I gotta cook the rest of the wings, so I'm gonna try probably to record that if I can, y'all. Y'all can see. There you go. I don't have my other phone with me, but whatever. I'm just making noodles. Making noodles. Making noodles. So who puts their season pack in the water while it's boiling, and who puts it on top, like after? I think the actual directions say you're supposed to put the season packet on top once you put it in the bowl or whatever. That's what I normally do. I used to put it in the water, but put it in the water. Do the water dance, dance, dance. Water dance. Water dance, water dance, dance. Mm, mm, mm. let her cook. Yep, so I made chicken wings, baked potato. And I still got a lot left. Just to make my deviled eggs. But my potato salad turned out pretty good. Like half of it's gone. But I'm the only one eating it. I think my roommate ate some earlier. So I like my potato salad to have a nice little element of crunch. So I put plenty of celery in here, plenty of onion. It's good. Mm. Mm. We were supposed to have it for the holiday, and I made it days after. But I put it on hot dogs this morning. So it is. That's what Mama did. I make the rest of the wings for Mom. I made candy yams, collard greens, big ass pan of mac and cheese. He ate the last piece of mac and cheese. I put monster cheese, American cheese, mozzarella cheese, pizza blend cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, Cracker Barrel sharp cheddar cheese, and what is it, Havarti cheese? I think it's a Danish cheese or something. I gotta look it up. It's like a mild cheese. I put all that shit in there. I sure did. That shit was good shit. It was good shit. I know some people like their juice and others don't like as much juice. He likes juice, and I'm just gonna pour out a little bit. All right. Oh shit, Tracy, I made a mess. Daddy's home, so let me just go ahead and handle my business. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, y'all. Tomorrow's Monday, so it's time to get back on that grind and get back to work on these work schedules. So have a wonderful night. Have an even more awesome Monday, the beginning of your work week, y'all. And I'll try to come back on tomorrow. If not, y'all will see me when you see me. But anywho, I'm glad we had the time this evening, y'all. My time spent chilling with my community is always, it's always a good time. It's always a good time, especially when I can let y'all know what's going on. But anywho, to you, Super Rainbow Queen. Yes. Thank you for everybody that chimed in, y'all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the new subscriptions. Thank you for the love and support in general, y'all. Y'all know I love you. Y'all know I love you. It's from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. I love y'all. Anywho, let me get in this noodles. Let me go up here and get myself ready for bed so I can get up early. I don't have to get up too early. The library don't open till 10. So I don't know. We'll see. I need to go to the library and handle some business and stuff. And I need to get these socials created. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, y'all have a wonderful night. I love y'all. And I'll see you when I see you. Talk to you later. Traci out. Bye, y'all. Night, night. Sleep tight. Y'all, don't let the bed bugs bite. All right, y'all. Bye.